What is going on, guys? Before this video plays, I just want to let you guys know really quick that I actually have merch now. I actually have a merch store, and you could check it out. The link will be in the description. I'll also put it on the bottom of the screen. But the designs are 100% made by me, and they look really nice on t-shirts and all the stuff that I have on there. So please go ahead and take a second to take a look at that merch store. I'll also leave a coupon code down below just in case you guys do actually want to get something. It'll take off like 10% off of the total purchase, so go ahead and use that. And let's get into the video. Thanks, guys. What is going on, guys? It is your fellow TDefton here, and I just wanted to make a really quick video. Well, not really gonna be really quick. It's more of a discussion video based on that guy over there in the corner. Yeah, that guy Mogamu. As you can tell from the title, I am going to be replying to Mogamu's How to Fix Warframe. Yeah, I'm gonna make a response video to that because what he says I actually do agree with to the most part, or for the most part I should say. But I did want to, I guess, pick up on some things because I also watched iFlynn's response to the video, and that's kind of what made me want to do this. That's what made me want to do this little response video and actually talk to you guys about what veteran players in Warframe really need in order to stay in the game, or at least through my opinion. This is obviously all my opinion, and so everything can be taken with a grain of salt or with any kind of, I don't know, any kind of context that you guys want. But I just want to give my own opinion on this whole issue with veteran players not having any endgame content, because to be honest, I do agree we don't have really any endgame content. I mean, we all joke about, oh, Fashion Frame is the true endgame, and Captura, get the best picture, and that's really the end game. But I mean, obviously these tools are really cool. Captura is absolutely amazing, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not really an end game. That's not what's gonna keep players. Players aren't gonna continue. Veteran players who have been playing the game for years and years and years are not gonna come back just to take pictures. I mean, it's really cool, but that's not going to keep us entertained forever, obviously, right? So we need something else. We need something else to keep us occupied. And Mogamu suggested kind of a weekly story type thing where they come out with story updates every week, and through that is basically where we get our how do I say, what keeps us coming back, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I would come back every week and play those story updates because I love the lore of this game, and I love the way that DE is setting up things and how everything is coming along with Warframe. But to be honest, this thing can't last forever, just like what iFlynn said, right? The story has to come to an end eventually. The story of the Tenno, all the memories that lead up to where we are right now, they're going to come to an end. They can't just go on forever, right? And we could obviously go back to the Orokin era where, the Orokin were actually fighting the sentients, and, we have memories, or we go back in time and have memories of those fights, or those, that giant battle, or whatever. You know what I mean? We could go back to that time, but maybe that gives us a year and a half. It pushes it to another half a year. I mean, that's not going to last forever. If you really want this game to have longevity, you're going to need some type of content to keep it going. Some type of content that just you could keep on playing and not really get tired of it. And to be honest, as of right now, there aren't many systems in the game that can do that, right? Now, think about this question, right? What is the one system in the game? The one system in the game that has received the least amount of content updates for, or the least amount of really love, right? What is the one source of content, or the one aspect of the game that has the least amount of updates and the least amount of content released for? And one thing that would probably come to mind is clans. I mean, the clan system has not been updated for probably over a year. Like, the dark sectors were removed, and that was the last thing, literally the last thing the clans got as a major, I guess, update or a major change, and that was literally it. After that, that was it. That was all we got. And obviously that's not great, right? Nobody wants that. I mean, we have this whole system in place where we have a community. And this community groups together in clans. Really, that's what happens. We group together in clans, right? And as of right now, the clan system is literally just a grouping system. It has nothing to do with combat. It has no advantages really for being in a clan other than you get some special, some special weapons that you can't get anywhere else, or you can't build anywhere else, because you could just buy them in the market if you really wanted to. But everything that's available in the clan dojo, that's literally all you are in clans for as of right now. It's really just to get items. It's to get special items that you can't really get anywhere else. And that's all well and fine, but that's really nothing compared to everything else in the game. There's so much in the game that is really meant for players to keep on playing, and for players to to try and enjoy from time to time and everything like that. And that's amazing, that's awesome. But clans, on the other hand, have nothing to do with that, and I find that's a really big waste. I don't know. It might just be me, where I see this thing as a huge opportunity, but because the clans have not been updated in such a long time, the whole clan system has not been updated in such a long time, you can take the clan system and literally use it as an endgame system. You can use the clan system as a way for veteran players to keep on playing somehow. So, let's say with dark sectors, right? The old dark sector system was actually pretty cool, and it was pretty fun when I actually joined in on it. It was a PvP system for those of you who actually who weren't around during that time or who don't remember it. It was a PvP system basically, and you had these things called solar rails. And you know where the dark sectors are currently? Well, back then, those dark sectors could have been taken by clans. And so if you had a big enough clan, you had enough resources and everything, you could actually go ahead and attack another dark sector that was owned currently by a clan. Now, when you go and attack them, you're attacking their specters, and you're fighting against their specters with your own specters. And then as time moves, or as you attack the rail, if you win, then you advance your chance of actually gaining the dark sector. And now with that, other players can join in that dark sector, and actually they can choose sides basically. So somebody who isn't on either side can go ahead and join that dark sector and actually fight on either one of the sides to gain control, or to help one side gain control. And that's how it worked in the past, and it was actually a really dynamic system, and I actually liked it a lot. I was upset when they removed it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe a new update is going to come soon. Maybe it'll be something more cool. Maybe it'll be better. I'll wait it out. Waited. Nothing happened. And that honestly, that made me a little bit upset, to be honest, because the dark sectors were a way for the clans to actually be useful. That was my main thing, right? Dark sectors were really a way for clans to have a goal. They have something to go for. And it's something that's cool. It's something that, it stamps their name across the entire system, right? It gives everybody something to look at, something to say, wow, okay, this clan is actually doing this. And then also, on top of that, you have to be active. You have to be on top of your clan to make sure that the clan doesn't get taken over, or the dark sector you're owning, because the dark sector also, whenever players played on it, you also received money every time received credits every single time players actually played that dark sector, right? as long as you own it. And that was another bonus for you. And there was some other rewards that came with it, but I forgot them. But the whole point is that it benefited you, and it was something that was more like a goal. It was something that your clan as a community, as a group, can actually aim to get to, right? Now, to be honest, I think that a system like that should be implemented. A system like that should be put back into the game. Maybe it's not the exact same thing, because, you know, the exact same thing, what's the point of removing it, right? And I know Steve is working on something that I saw that was really cool, where he was, you know, you're able to fly a ship, and he said they're planning on making it so that you could fly, you know, solar rails, and you could crash into, you know, like Grineer ships and stuff like that. I think that could be something that can go along with the potential end game, but it's not something that'll last. How do I say this? It's another one of those things that is basically, I have something cool, but there's no reward for it. There's no reason for me to do this. That's basically it. I mean, he hasn't fleshed this out yet, obviously, and I hope he does listen to this. I hope he does, you know, hear this video. But for veteran players, being able to fly a ship around, it doesn't do us any good if we don't feel rewarded for it. You know, rather than us getting something that's, you know, some more weapons or something special, like some special weapons or something like that. You know, I was a part of this game for a long time, right? And one thing that I would absolutely love is to be able to have my clan marked somewhere. You know, marked somewhere on the solar map or whatever. You know, in the relays, something like that. Something to signify that my clan has, you know, not only have we been here for a long time, you know, it doesn't really matter if, you know, if it's based off of time or whatever. It should be something where we worked hard. We have something where we all work towards, and it is something that can be taken away. That's the main thing. And that's the one thing that I loved about the Dark Sectors in the past. It can be taken away. And that kind of forces us to constantly come back and check. It forces us to constantly be like, shit, I need to go back and I need to make sure that they're not taking away what I ingrained, what I set in stone. It's technically set in clay because, you know, stone, it would be perfect, or you know, it would be preserved, but clay you could just wipe away. You understand what I mean. The main thing is, we need something, or I think personally, this is all on me. I think that we need something that feels rewarding and is rewarding enough to the point where we don't want it to be taken away, and then give other players the option to take it away. Once you do something like that, and I feel like it's a perfect system to mix in with clans, because it won't only integrate one person, it integrates a community of people. So I feel like, especially for veterans, they could build up a clan, they work towards building up that clan really, really hard so that they have a strong team. Because right now I have no motivation to build up my clan other than just, you know, just to have a community of people to play with. And I mean, that's great and everything, but a clan should be something where we're working towards some goal. We're working towards something actively. And right now, that's not the case. So to reiterate, I feel like it should be something that is rewarding enough to make us want to keep it, but then give other players the option to take that prize or that reward away. And obviously we can get the reward back, but we have to work towards it. And I feel like a system like that would be phenomenal. Maybe it won't solve all of the problems, but I think it's a step in the right direction to make this thing an ongoing, you know, an ongoing thing that has longevity. And obviously the incremental story thing, that's an incredible idea. I love that. you know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I don't really care, as long as it's like constant story. I would love that. But if you really want longevity in the game, and if you really want veterans like me, at least, to be constantly playing the game, then I think it should be something where, as I said, you get a reward, other players are able to take it away. And if you work hard, you can keep the reward, and other people can see that you have the reward, but once again, other people can take it away. Other people can work harder than you to take it. Do you understand what I mean? So, and it should obviously be balanced in some way, shape, or form, and DE can figure that out. Or I can make another video going more in depth on this whole system that I'm proposing, right? I would love to go more in depth on it, but as of right now, this video is over 17 minutes long, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. But that is basically it. That's all I really wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope that you did enjoy this video, even though the gameplay on the screen wasn't really gameplay. It was mostly just me, like, not really doing anything. It was I am doing this live, so yeah, it doesn't really help the whole idea here. But oh, I just noticed the lights are gonna be around my Warframe. Yeah. Oh well. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did agree with anything that I said, please go ahead and you know, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you have an idea for veterans to, you know, keep on playing the game, or if you agree with what I said, or not agree with what I said and you don't have an idea, you just don't think what I said was a good idea, let me know in the comments. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in another video and or stream. Peace.